What's up, YouTube fans? It's time for another Vape-tastic voyage with your boy, Mr. B. Tonight, we are going over the Wismec, Jaybo, and Vaping with Twisted 420s RX75. The RX75 I have is in Tiffany blue. We're just doing the mod itself. I didn't get the kit with the Amore tank. But we're going to go over this. I'm going to let you know about it, go over it up close and personal, show you what it does, tell you how I feel about it, and tell you most importantly where you can get it. Alright people, we are down low with the Wismec RX75, designed by Jaybo and inspired by Vaping with Twisted 420. Yes there, Mr. Richard Mallard. Mr. Richard Mallard put his brain up in this one with Mr. Jaybo, and they created this through Wismec. I love this device, it is the shit. So here's your side of your box, your top, your other side with your scratch and sniff sticker for authenticity, and your bottom and your back. Tells you everything it comes with. We'll go over that when we get inside here. But we have the black and Tiffany version here. There is your mod. Now, the RX75 is equipped with dual circuit protection, and it is a variable temperature control system. It has reverse battery protection, so it will not fire if the battery is incorrectly installed. This thing looks like Tron right here. It comes in the Tiffany blue and black, it comes in a red and black, it comes in a white and black, and it comes in a black on black stealth. So you have your battery vents here. You can see straight through it there. You can see the box behind it. You have your battery venting there, 2 holes on that side, 2 holes on that side, 4 holes on this side. Let's see if we can read that. Well, it does say, it's very dark, but it just says, it's just like the bottom of a RX200 or a DNA 200 or 200S, whatever. But yeah, it tells you Wismec RX75, designed by Jaybo, inspired by Vaping with Twisted 420. You do have your pass-through charging, so you can charge your battery in here, not recommended. And it is also software upgradable through Wismec's website via the USB port and your computer. On the top you have the Wismec logo there. It's just, there you go. Maybe the bottom will pick up if I can figure out that angle again. Let us see. It's really dark. Yeah, it's not going to work. Anyway, you have your gold-plated brass firing spring-loaded pin with little holes around it. This does fit 22mm addies very well. Even if your air holes do get trapped here on the back, it is not going to affect it. Let me put a little more light in here. I did put my goon on here. Hang on, I'll grab that and show you. Okay, never mind, I won't. My goon is not with me. But it does fit on here. You have to be careful with it to screw it on, but it does fit a 24mm goon. You have a strong magnetic battery door. Okay. And you have your negative up here, your positive down here on there. You have your spring-loaded gold-plated nipple here. Nice strong magnet on the bottom and the top. Your top magnet, however, is your fire button. It's snazzy. Yeah, it's a grippy. It's a grippy, people. It's a grippy. Awesome fire button. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and another feature, to lock it. You just flip that little bad boy to the left, and yeah, you can't fire it. You can put it in your pocket. It won't fire. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's a kick-ass feature. And yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much it there for that part of it. But I'm gonna hide the other gem there for a second and let you know a little bit more about it. Okay, it is 87 millimeters tall. It is 22.5 millimeters thick, and it is 47 millimeters wide. Okay, it does take a 18650 IMR battery, only recommended 35 amp or higher. All right, it does do temp control in nickel, titanium, stainless steel, and it has a TCR mode for user preferences. In the temperature control mode, it will go from 100 to 315 Celsius or 200 to 600 in Fahrenheit temp control mode. Alright, and on the resistance range for what this bad boy will fire, in temp control mode it will go from 0.05 ohm to 1.5 ohm, and in variable wattage or bypass mode it will go from 0.1 to 3.5 ohms. Alright, so we are going to put a battery in here like so. Reattach our door. We are going to put on the Wismec and Jaybo Indie Duo 22 millimeter. Got that on there nice and snug. And we're going to power her. Yes. Now you look at this and you're like, it's pretty cool, but where the fuck is your screen? Hey, wait, you can see it. You can see the bottom. Check that out. See it? Yeah, I see it. Bam! Look at that shit right there, people. Oh, and it's on 666. Let's change that. Anyway, well, it's a little too bright. It's a little too bright. Hang on. Yeah, it's very hard to see what that says. It's kind of bright. But up at the top here on the left, you have power. Over here you have wattage. That's really aggravating that that's like that. Why is that so freaking bright? Anyway, okay, that kind of sucks, but sorry. Alright, up at the top it says power and wattage, then you have your watts here, you have your voltage over here. I'm really trying to get that for you all to see, and that's an OLED screen. This is the brightest screen I've seen on any mod. Over here you have your ohms. Down here at the bottom I have it on puff counter, but you can also set it to time. And over here you have your live amperage when you're firing it. Yeah, that works. And it adds a puff. Battery down at the bottom. At about 50, 60 watts, I can get a couple, maybe 4 or 5 hours out of this. Not chain vaping, but you know, it has pretty good battery life. You have your magnet here, you have your up and down button for your options. So you have your 5 off, 5 on, 1, 2, 3. Your power and your wattage are going to flash, and you can use your up or down. You're going to go to the right and it's going to put it in bypass mode. You can go to temperature, or you can go temperature mode. You have nickel, then you have titanium, then you have stainless steel, then you have your TCR memory 1, and back to power. Now, while you're in power mode and it's flashing, if you hit your down button, it'll go down to the bottom, and you can switch it from puff counter by hitting to the right, or your up button. You can switch it to puffs, time, or your PCBs. I keep it on puff. I like to see my puffs. I got my cuboid up to a nice 30,000 puffs before I got rid of it. And you're going to hit your fire button on the back to lock in your settings. So this does have bypass mode, and you can charge it through the side, or you can upgrade the software. I'm not sure if it has one yet. I'm probably going to check it tonight. But, I mean, that screen, super bright, people. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. This is definitely something that I would recommend anybody go buy. It is a very awesome mod. Now, what else can I tell you about this? I am not really sure. I think I went over everything. But let's show you what comes in this box after I have a vape on it. Alright, so you have your foam that it comes in, little message about battery safety, you have your warranty information, user manual, you have this nice little box right here, which comes with this. I'll show you in a second. And it comes with your USB cable, and it also comes with 2 extra screws for your pull down door. Those are just extras. You don't need to change them out for this, but what this is a smoked out clear plastic cover, which it looks cool, but it's going to scuff real easy. I've already scuffed it and I had it on there for one day at work, but it is smoked out. You can kind of see through it right there. Show it to you on here, just what it looks like. And that's what it would look like. So that's what it would look like. Just fits right on there, and you can actually see your live screen all the time. You can also go into stealth mode with your screen by holding your fire button and your down button for 3 seconds. Then we go into stealth mode where you have no screen and you will save some battery life. To undo stealth mode, you do the exact same thing. 3 seconds, stealth mode off, and bam, your screen is right back on. It does go up in 0.1 increments if you want it to, or it can scroll super fast. It does not loop itself, so you do have to go back up and down. It will go up to 75 watts, down to 1 watt if you are a low vapor. So if you are a 1 watter, this will work for you. I've never seen anybody try and hit something at 1 watt. I'd be interested to see what you could do with it. But anywho, anyhow, and anyway, people, that is it for the breakdown on this RX75. That is awesome. I love it. It's super sexy and sleek. It is the size of my hand, and I don't have very big hands. But it's great, and I love it with the Indie Duo on there. A lot of awesome features on it. It's very sleek. Only thing I really don't like about it is this paint job on here is going to probably chip a little bit, so be careful with it. It does scuff. I have 2 scuffs over here. If you can, yeah, see there's some scratching right there, and that happened bringing it to my vape shed. For 5 minutes in my pocket with a case that had 2 batteries in it, it scratched it. So be very careful with it, people. Cases are probably going to be a little weird for this, but I'm sure somebody will make one. It's just going to be kind of goofy. I'm not sure how it's going to work because you have your whole grip, so we'll see. But anyway, we will go back up top. I'll tell you how I feel about this, and I'll tell you where you can get it. And I'll see you back up there in just a second. Actually, I forgot to show you something. I wanted to show you this. This does have a pretty cool feature on here. Now, I'm going to show you this. Alright, so we're at 75 watts on about a 3/4 battery right now. I'm going to fire it. Now see how it stays at 75 watts? When your battery gets down below 50%, which this battery is, what it's going to do is, see how it says 75 here? When I fire it, it is actually going to adjust my wattage to what the battery can safely handle, which is a cool feature. So when I fire it, it's going to drop me down to 33.7 watts because, 39, 39.7. It's going to fluctuate a little bit, but it is actually only going to kick out what this battery can currently handle until it will tell you have to change battery. It does say weak battery at the bottom when you fire it. So I just wanted to show you that. It's a pretty cool feature. It will not let you use your battery if you get too low, and it will adjust your power to the capability of the battery safely. That is pretty badass, and it's also annoying. You'll find out when you use it. Just saying. Anyway, back up top in a second. Alright people, we are back up top with the Wismec Jaybo and Vaping with Twisted 420 Reuleaux RX75. We reviewed it. I love it. You all will love it. It's an awesome box mod. It's innovative, it's sleek, it's sexy. It comes in 4 color combinations for your pleasure. It's got awesome features with the quick fire button, with the lock. It's got dual circuitry protection. It's got that cool battery feature I just showed you. It's got that sick ass OLED screen with tons of information on it. It's one of the best screens I've ever seen information wise, next to the cuboid. I love this screen. This is my favorite screen. This is the best screen I've seen on a mod. It's bright as shit. You can adjust it, but you can't adjust it if you didn't hear that correctly. But the screen is kick-ass, man. I love this screen. I'm sorry it didn't actually show you what it says, but I told you what it says. It's a lot of information on there. It's cool that it comes with that clear cover, but also the downside of that clear cover is it is plastic and shiny and it scratches easily. I already scratched it. And the finish on this box is very scratchable. I scuffed it with it being in my pocket with a plastic battery holder for like 2-3 minutes. It scratched it. The scratch was not on there today. That is exactly where it happened. Takes 118-650 battery, recommended 35 amp or higher. Lots of vent holes if possible battery venting does occur, which is unlikely unless you get it stuck down in the fire position somehow. It takes 22mm addies. It will fit the 24 Goon. I don't have any other 24s, but that does fit on here. You just have to be easy when you screw it on and keep it nice and centered so you don't scratch the back wall of that 510 connector deck. And it's got good battery life for what it is, man. 50-60 watts. I can get 4 or 5 hours out of it. It's great. It's a great box mod. Where did I buy this at? I bought this at vapenw.com for $35, I think, and like $6 to ship it. It was like $38, $39 shipped, and I got it in 2-3 days. I ordered it while I was on vacation in the Outer Banks, and it was at my house in 2 days from Washington State. They ship fast as hell, people. A lot of people I've heard have had issues with them. I've never had an issue with them. I've ordered tons of shit from them. Other than that, I would tell you normally to order from my best buddy, Dima, that owns B&M Vape here in Glen Burnie, but he only sells the kit with the Amore 22mm sub tank that comes on top. He does sell the entire kit for $70 if you're interested in that and you're local to Glen Burnie. Other than that, people, this thing rocks. You guys rock. Thank you for being a subscriber. And by the way, YouTube, where the fuck did 150 subscribers go overnight? Explain that one to me, because I already sent the feedback email, you douches. Sorry about the rant. It kind of pissed me off. But anyway, I love you all, and until next time on the other side of the YouTube looking glass, you all stay fresh. Fresh and so clean, clean.
Like this RX75, it's fresh and clean.
Thank you, Wismec. Thank you, Jaybo. And thank you, Vaping with Twisted 420, for creating a 99.8% perfect box mod. Only flaw is a screen, or the cover scratchability and the body scratchability. That's it. Everything else is great. Love you all. See you next time on Vaping with Mr. B.